So last time around we talked about trying to improve the external rotation here in the rack position. And that should help you get your elbow up a little bit higher, but if you're like me, you're probably going to be a little bit stuck in there with that, getting the elbows up. So we need to keep working on things that I mentioned last time, addressing the tricep and the lats. I mentioned last time, kind of working through foam rolling or rolling the triceps and the lats on a bar while it's on the rack or on a foam roller on the ground. Look at a couple of different stretch options that you've got today for those guys. Without a band, looking at this tricep, we're looking to get it up here. And the trick here, the reason it creates trouble for us in the rack position is because the tricep does both this movement and this movement at the shoulder. So as soon as we do both of those opposites, we're looking to we need more length out of the tricep here, we need more length out of it here. So we need to stretch it out, create some space for it to get where we want it to be. So you can bring your arm over your head like that, stretch back. Trouble with this position is that we're going to tend to try to compensate thoracically and push ourselves back. So I think it's even better to get a band, anchor it off low, get your hand in position there. You might even decide that you want to wrap your hand through it and get a hold somehow one day. And then just sort of lunge forward and come out of that, trying to keep my thoracic region pretty vertical here and get that up where it needs to be. And if I feel like that elbow's starting to skate out that way, I can grab that elbow and keep it in alignment, but I'm not really doing much to try to create the stretch there to get the cheat out of my thoracic region by using the band. If I want to get into it differently, or if I want to hook into just the elbow here, I can squat down, do the same kind of a movement, same thing, and keeping that elbow from skating out by doing that. And the other muscle we need to hit a little bit is that lat muscle. Comes down the back, creates a little bit of this shoulder movement as well. So we need to create some space there, just like in the tricep. One of my favorite ways to go about this, partly because frankly it's easy, it feels good, is to get another band, wrap it over top of a high bar somewhere, and just sort of squat down and come forward a bit at the same time. Try to get that same kind of a movement out of it, but now here we're getting the force going straight up. So I'm looking to create length all the way through that lat there. My personal favorite way to do this whenever I can swing it is to do it in such a way that I can rest my back against something. Because what that does for me is it puts me in a situation where I can actually get a little bonus out of this position that I'm in here. I can afford to fall backwards a bit. So to the degree possible, I can try to work on this ankle position in the bottom of that squat and let the band hold me up. And if I run out of space in that ankle, I can always fall back into that rack, push myself forward again. If I try to do that here with this tower, I'm going to pull it over, but something more stable in the gym, you can have a lot more success with that on. If you missed the last two things, go back and look at the first two things I mentioned, the foam rolling, working it out on the tricep on the bar. Go back and look at the last entry. Video in there has those notes in it.